In a world consumed by silence, the dead are never truly quiet. This is a story of fear, survival, and the slow unraveling of the human mind. Close the doors, turn off the lights, and listen, if you dare. Whispers in the Ash. The first scream came at 2:37 a.m. The kind of scream that doesn't sound like pain, it sounds like tearing, like something is being ripped from someone's soul. Ellie sat bolt upright in her bunk, breath caught in her throat. She wasn't alone in waking. Other survivors stirred in the underground shelter, their flashlights flicking on like frightened fireflies in the dark. They all knew that sound. They'd heard it before, and it always meant one thing. Someone had opened the hatch. No one left the compound anymore. Not since the sky turned black with ash. Not since the rotters learned to follow sound, learned to mimic. And yet, the scream. And then, silence. A deeper silence than usual, the kind that made the air feel heavier. Ellie grabbed her crowbar. She didn't trust guns anymore. Guns made noise. Noise brought them. As she moved toward the hatch corridor, she heard it. Not a scream this time. A laugh. Childlike, hollow. Coming from the stairwell that led to the surface. Then, suddenly, a knock. 3 sharp, perfect knocks on the steel door. They echoed through the shelter. Knock! 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 Who would? Someone whispered, but no one answered. Everyone knew the truth. No one friendly knocks anymore. Ellie approached the corridor alone, slowly, carefully. Every footstep on the cracked concrete sent shivers through her. She reached the end of the hallway and peeked around the corner. And saw it. A silhouette, pressed against the sealed glass window of the hatched door. A woman, pale, eyes bloodshot, mouth moving in silent gasps. Then she leaned forward, and her head twitched sideways, unnaturally. Bones cracked in her neck. Her smile stretched wider than a normal human's could. Then she whispered something. Ellie couldn't hear it, but she could feel it. Her breath fogged the window, and in that brief haze, she wrote a word with her finger. Run! And then she vanished. Just blinked out, as if reality itself spat her back into the shadows. Ellie didn't scream. She turned and ran. The compound fell within days. They never broke in. They were already inside. They had learned to act normal, to speak, to mimic. Like predators learning the movements of prey. One night, someone was found talking in their sleep, speaking in backward Latin. The next morning, the dorm was painted in blood. Only one survivor, a child named Wren, who hadn't spoken since. Ellie found her crouched in the maintenance tunnels, arms wrapped around a music box that played by itself. "Are you okay?" Ellie had whispered. Wren had only looked up with blank eyes and whispered, "They told me your name." They didn't rot like old zombies. No, these new ones, they evolved. They grew smarter. They used the voices of the dead, repeated fragments of old memories, loved ones, victims. In the cities, radios still picked up signals. Not broadcasts, but recordings. Screams, begging, pleading, on loop. Some say it was the virus. Others say it was something older, something ancient that used the virus as a vessel. An intelligence beneath the ash. A mind inside the infection. The survivors started calling them whisperers. Because they never shouted. They just got close and whispered your name. By the 3rd month, the sky was a permanent gray, no sun, no moon, just the cold ash falling, like snow that hated you. Ellie had left the compound behind. She lived now in the ruins of an old observatory, high on a mountain where the signals were weaker. But one night, the telescope moved on its own. She watched it swing, slowly, toward the east. She peered inside, and saw not stars, not clouds, but a face, smiling, upside down. And then a voice came from the speaker console, not through it, from it. "You look lovely in your sleep." She smashed the telescope. It didn't help. Months passed. She was alone. Until she found the notebook. Pages written in a trembling hand, dated 6 days into the future. The first line, "If you're reading this, I'm already one of them. The journal spoke of a place deep in the forest where the sky is clear and the dead don't come. Ellie followed the map. She found the cabin. Empty, except for a mirror and a tape recorder. She pressed play. "Hello, Ellie," her own voice said. "I'm sorry you had to find it this way. They never wanted our flesh, they wanted our names. And you've said yours too many times." Then silence. Then her own voice again, whispering, "Run!" The ash still falls, the dead still whisper. And somewhere, Ellie is still running. Maybe you'll hear her name soon. Maybe you already have. Sleep tight.